Hey guys, and welcome to my very first video of the new year, 2024. My name is Enneagram Fox, and thank you for joining me. I am here to help us become happier humans in this brand new year. And by help us, I mean guide us. I am not a licensed therapist or counselor at all, so I don't really feel like I can help you become a happier human, but I hope to maybe support you. I think that's a good word for it. Support you in becoming a happier human. First things first, if you are enjoying this content, please click that buy me a coffee button up top. That really helps. It helps to support me financially. It helps support this content if you're enjoying it. And I just really like coffee. Also, I am not drinking coffee today because it is currently the afternoon and I have to be really careful about my caffeine intake. It just makes me really jittery and anxious if I drink too much of it. So usually by the afternoon, I'm not drinking any caffeine at all. But today I am drinking some tea. It actually has some chamomile in it. I'm not trying to go to sleep right now. I really like chamomile tea, and it's a pretty cold day out. It's like high 40s, low 50s. So for me, being a Georgia girl, that's cold for me. I know some of you are probably like, that is not cold. And you're right, it's really not cold. But for me, it's cold. If you have not watched my last video, which came out just before the new year, so at the very end of 2023, it's fine if you didn't watch it. I will catch you up, maybe give you a little brief overview of what I talked about. If you have watched it, awesome. Maybe skip the next minute or two of this. Basically, what I talked about in the last video was my plans for this year. My plan is to bring together both the Enneagram and journaling as a way of gaining self-awareness. I will say journaling is just a medium that I have always resonated with, or it's just been very helpful for me. So if it's helpful for you, awesome. I would love for you guys to join me or just watch, do whatever, be as involved as you want to be. So the plan is today I will introduce the journaling prompt for the whole month, and then on the final Friday of the month, I will put out a video where I am journaling through the prompt for 3 days, and then I kind of give a debrief, a commentary on what I experienced during those 3 days, what I thought about the prompt, if I liked it, want to do it again or not. And then that will also give you guys, if you are participating, a chance to share your experience also. Prompt for January. I have my notebook ready. The prompt for this month will be speaking to yourself like a friend. My inspiration for this was a few years ago. I had something going on. I don't even remember what it was, but I had asked a friend for some advice, and what she said was, well, think of a friend who you're really close to and really cares for you. What would that friend say to you in this situation? And I will say it really changed my perspective. Oftentimes in situations, I have a lot of negative self-talk. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. However, when I thought about what this friend would say to me, it was completely different. It was in fact the opposite. So, for example, let's say the situation was I am working with a difficult person at work and we have to like collaborate on a project. My reaction would be, I don't want to do this. She's really difficult. I'm just not smart enough or quick enough to handle someone like this. She's just going to take over and I'm just going to be here doing nothing. And, I'm insignificant and unimportant, basically. However, when I think about this friend of mine and what she would say to me, she would most likely tell me, you don't have to beat her. Your goal in collaborating isn't to look good. Your goal is to make a project happen. And you are hired for a reason. You have strengths. And yeah, you have weaknesses. But a project is more about you bringing together strengths, which you have, and also this difficult person has, to make a project happen. So that's kind of an example. I hope that makes sense, because again, it's a hypothetical situation. I couldn't think of the original situation. So that's kind of what I want to do this month. I want to take maybe one day a week to sit down with my journal, which I have right here, and I want to, write out frustrations or just write out even having a good day. And if there is a situation that I need to figure out in some way, meaning it doesn't have to be like a negative situation, it doesn't have to be like this person is really pissing me off. It could be I have a decision to make and I don't know what decision to make. I could then write that out and think of, what would my friend say to me? What would someone who cares so much for me, what advice would they give me? And I'm hoping for you guys, you can think of positive things. It can be really hard. I know I get in my head. And so if you are kind of like that, I'm sure it could be a challenge for you. But that's kind of the point of this exercise for the month. The whole point is to not just like work things out magically. It's to gain self-awareness. So if you're really struggling to speak kindly to yourself, that's something to work on. This would be a good opportunity to bring in the Enneagram. So I know that I'm a type 4 and I am very motivated by this need to be like a significant person and to like have worth. And so I might look at this situation and say, like, maybe my friend would say, you're really afraid that this person's going to take over and you are going to be insignificant. But again, you are hired for a reason. And you have strengths and weaknesses. And this person who you think is going to take away your worthiness, they have strengths and weaknesses. So don't think of this person as someone to overcome, but instead as an equal who you have to learn to work with alongside. If you guys do have any questions about it, because I'm hoping I'm making myself clear and I'm making sense to myself, but I realize I might not be making sense to you. So if you do have questions, please let me know in those comments down below. And please be on the lookout for the next video at the end of January. So thank you guys for joining me today. I can't wait to see you all in 3 weeks.